Okay, a very good morning to all. So, I am Dr. Fazlina Ahmad Ruslan. So you can call me Dr. Faz. So I'm the Research Program Coordinator for College of Engineering. So without further ado, okay, let me start my presentation. Okay. So my presentation is quite detailed as compared to briefing by Associate Professor Dr. Sheila Beludum as our Head of Postgraduate Studies. Okay. Okay, so let me share my slide first. Okay, please wait for a moment because I just restart my computer. Okay. Okay. Okay, can you see my slide?
Yes,
Yes.
dapat.
Okay. Okay. Academic Matters of PG Research at College of Engineering. Okay. So please bear with me because my briefing is quite technical. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is the postgraduate team. So I think Dr. Sheila already mentioned this. So I'm the research program coordinator assisted by Dr. Habibah binti Zulkifli as the promotion program leader and Dr. Siti Hamidah as the master's program leader and Dr. Muhammad Shafiq as the PhD program leader. Okay. So for research student, you will dealing a lot with me and I think with Dr. Siti Hamidah and Dr. Muhammad Shafiq. Okay, master and PhD by research. So this is actually for the returning student because this is for fees payment reminder so that the student need to pay their tuition fee. So latest by 18 April 2022. Okay, if not, you'll be given status gugur taraf, okay, GT. Okay, and candidate who did not pay the tuition fee will not be allowed to sit for the examination or the dissertation will not be graded. So the dissertation is actually for coursework. Okay. So next. So okay, this is applies to you new students. Okay. So you can also apply for deferment of tuition fee. So you can do it online from 7 March until say 10 April. So if I'm not mistaken, this coming week, okay? 10 April 2022. So result of application 11 April 2022. Okay, so you can also pay your tuition fee staggered. So you have first, second, and third, but you need to apply first, okay, to defer your tuition fee payment. Okay, next. So this is the outline of my presentation. So research program, the terms, the major milestone, and the most important thing is the supervision of a research student. Okay, so this is actually 8 research program in College of Engineering. So you have master and PhD by research for all schools. So total up of 8 program. Okay, so this is the new code CEEC 750. For example, so the old code will be EC 750. Okay, so already explained by Dr. Sheila also. Okay, so for new students, you will use this new code CE. So C for College of Engineering, the short form CE, and then followed by your program code EC 750 or EE 750. Okay. Okay, next, the terms. So the term is actually the academic rules and regulations. So for masters by research, your duration is minimum 1 to maximum of 4 years. So for you to obtain GOT, you need to obtain your Senate approval in 2 years' time from the date of registration. Okay, so GOT, graduate on time. Okay, so for deferment, you are eligible to defer your academic semester maximum of 2 times throughout the duration of the study. So what we call TG, tangguh pengajian, okay, or deferment. So for masters, you are only eligible for 2 times only. And special leave is CK, cuti khas is actually for due to health related reasons. So you need to provide medical proof from the doctor so that we can forward it to the meeting for you to apply for special leave. So also for special leave, you are entitled to apply maximum of 2 times throughout the duration of the study. So meaning for 1 to 4 years, maximum of 2 CK or 2 special leave and the other 2 deferment or TG. Okay. So you are also eligible to apply for conversion, okay, from master's degree to PhD. So you need to apply within 12 months from the date of your registration. So meaning you need to apply within 12 months, but the requirement is you need to do your defense research proposal first, and the result must be 1 or 2. So meaning no correction or minimum, minor correction, then you are eligible to apply for conversion. Okay. So, okay, program structure, For program structure, compulsory seminars, thesis writing, and Viva Voce. Okay, I will explain after this. Okay. So, for full-time students, you need to defend your research proposal in 6 months' time. But for part-time, you can add 6 more months, okay, to defend your proposal. So for full-time, within 6 months, okay. So please take note on this. Okay, so progress report, you need to submit your progress report at end of the semester. Okay, so meaning for this semester, you need to submit your progress report, if I'm not mistaken, in August 2022. Okay, so thesis number of word, 20,000 is minimum and a maximum of 50,000 words. And the requirement for you to graduate is you need to have 1 index publication, so meaning indexing by ERA, Scopus, WOS, Word of Science, or MySite. Okay, accepted as a main or corresponding author. So please make sure your meaning your name is as a main or corresponding author only. Okay, please take note on this. Okay, I need to let in. Okay, this is for master by research. For detail, you can refer to the academic rules and regulation that you can download from IPSIS website. Okay. So for PhD, longer time, so minimum of 2.5 and maximum of 7 years. So for GOT, so the duration is 4 years from the date of registration. You need to obtain your Senate approval. So then you are eligible for GOT. So for deferment of academic semester, which is a TG, you are eligible to apply 4 times throughout the duration of the study. And for special leave or cuti khas, is maximum of 2 times. So meaning total of 6 times. Okay. For masters is total of 3 times. Both tangguh and also cuti khas. So as for PhD student, you need to also attend your thesis writing in Viva Voce, same as master student. But for PhD, you need to attend 1 extra seminar, which is Thai Square. Okay. So for the PhD, you need to defend your research proposal in 12 months' time. So for part-time, you can add 6 more months. Okay. So meaning you can go for the next session as compared to the full-time students. So progress report also need to be submitted every end of semester. And thesis number of words. Okay, 100,000. I don't remember if my thesis achieved 100,000. So minimum of 30,000 to 100,000 words. Okay. So for publication requirement to graduate, you need to have 2 index publication. So at least one was published as main or corresponding, so corresponding author. So meaning at least one published and the other one maybe proof of acceptance will do. Okay. So index publication by ERA, Scopus, WOS, and also my site. Okay, so this is the academic status. So you have SM sedang maju, okay, amaran is warning 1, okay, no research progress. So if you don't submit your research progress, then you will be given AM or amaran 1 or warning 1, okay. So amaran 2 for the second one, okay, or warning 2. So for master student, you can have only 2 maximum of amaran or warning 2. If not, then you will get your D10. D10 mean dismissal. Okay. So for PhD student, you can have extra 1 more amaran. Okay. Or warning 3. So then you will get your D10 for PhD. Okay. D10 is dismissed because of did not submit progress report. Okay, the other one is D11, dismissed because exceeding maximum duration of study. For example, for the existing cohort, your maximum, for example, PhD, maximum full-time student, the maximum semester is 10. So if they exceed 10 semester, meaning the 11 semester, then they will be given D11 because exceeded maximum duration of study. Okay. So please submit your thesis before your maximum duration of study. So if I can advise, at least I think maybe 1 year before your maximum. So meaning for PhD, I think it would be good if you can submit your thesis 3 years time. Okay, so meaning 1 year is extra for your Viva Voce and all the correction process. Okay. So then you are eligible to achieve GOT. Okay. So next, the major milestone as a research student. So this is actually the major milestone for you. Okay. So the first part, okay, already settled, application and registration. Next is the appointment of supervisor. So for us in College of Engineering, because now we have 4 schools, so it's quite difficult for me to trace the appointment in the UP track system. Okay, as I think the briefing by IPSIS already done by Dr. Aman, I think if I'm not mistaken, yesterday. Okay, so for us in College of Engineering, I would probably prefer for you to submit the appointment form hard copy to our research email. Then I will bring it to the postgraduate meeting for endorsement. Then after that, you will appoint your the approved supervisor in the UP track system so that I can track the appointment rather than you just simply appoint in the UP track system. So then, because in the UP track system, the name of the supervisor is from whole UITM. So it will be very difficult for me to trace. Okay. So please submit the hard copy form first. And then after endorsement, I will email to you the status of your appointment, whether has been approved or not. Then after that, you can appoint in UP Tracks. Okay. So later I will share with you the form appointment. Okay. So okay, next after appointment of supervisor, defense of research proposal. So this is for the meaning for this semester, full-time master student. Basically, you will defend your proposal in August 2022. Okay, you can start preparing from now. Okay, so notice of thesis submission, this is I think prior to your meaning last year of your studies. Okay, appointment of examiners is by your main supervisor, and then after that thesis submitted for Viva, and then the examiners report received, and then Viva conducted, thesis correction, format checking, Senate, and convocation, inshallah. Okay, hope all of you can graduate on time, GOT. Okay, next. Okay, this is actually the ideal case if you want to achieve GOT. Okay, This is actually the calculation, okay? We are doing reverse engineering. For you to achieve GOT, then you need to follow this timeline. Okay. So for application and registration, okay, the first part. So for the DRP, 6 months for MSc and 12 months for PhD. So after that, notice of examiners in 12 months. So you can refer to this timeline for you to achieve GOT. Okay. So 24 or 36 months for masters and 48 to 60 months for PhD. So don't worry, I will share with you the slide later. Okay, after this briefing. So you can have the slide and you can refer. Okay. So appointment of supervisor. Okay, already explained. So the function of a supervisor to assist and advise the student in the design, development, and completion of a research degree program within the stipulated time. So the creation and enhancement of an effective supervisory relationship is crucial. So I would say that the success story of your studies, I think, in my personal opinion, I think I would say 90% depends on the supervisor and student relationship. Okay, so this relationship should to be a smart partnership premised on a win-win orientation. So from the start, both parties must negotiate and mutually agree on how they will work together. So please, before you appoint supervisor, okay, please have this mutual relationship. Okay, once you appoint them, then you cannot take it back. Okay, so please choose your supervisor wisely. Okay, so nomination, then this is the meeting that I mentioned. So this is the first one to support your nomination, and the other meeting to approve it. Then this is JKE part. Sorry, saya cakap. So JKE part is IPSIS, okay, meeting in IPSIS to endorse. Okay. Okay. So this is the function of supervisor, progress report. So this is for the progress report flowchart. Okay. So IPSIS will announce the due date of the progress report submission. So basically at the end of the semester. So maybe July or August 2022 for this semester. So student fill the progress form and submit for thing. Oh, lights breaking. You can. Oh. Oh, okay. Dia tak dengar ke?
The fast yang tadi tak dengar.
Mana which part?
The
Which
slide,
part?
the slide before this.
The slide before this.
The progress report punya tu.
This one is it?
Yeah.
This one. Oh, ni tak ada
Start
tak
from here
penting.
tadi breaking.
Okay. This one, the progress report. Which one? Which
Yes,
part?
saya.
Oh,
This one.
okay. This one. Okay. So progress report, okay. IPSIS will announce the due date of progress report submission. Then student need to fill up the progress report form, hard copy, okay? And then submit to supervisor. Then your supervisor or you yourself can email to the research official email, okay? coe_pg_research@uitm.edu.my. Okay, the progress report for us to bring it to the meeting for approval. Okay, that is for your progress report. So this is basically the flow for your progress report. So this is the other important thing of supervisor appointment. Okay, so please take note on this. So this is the criteria for master's degree supervisor. So must be appointed among UITM academic staff. Okay, it must be from UITM academic staff. So must have a doctoral degree. So must have PhD. Okay. So if not, where the supervisor, the last point, okay, the third point, where the supervisor has a master's degree in the field, he or she must have at least 5 years experience. This is if without doctoral degree. But in my personal opinion, I would prefer for you to have your main supervisor, at least they have a doctoral degree. The last point is maybe optional. Okay, if you have certain unique case, then you can go for the last point. Okay, so for co-SV also must have a doctoral degree, but can be appointed among UiTM academic staff or other institutions or industry or practitioners. Okay, if not among UiTM
Line putus
staffs,
Dr.
provide
Faz.
us the CV or resume because we need to check. Yes,
Doctor,
still.
line problem.
Kenapa ya tak dengar? Sekejap ya.
Dah okey nah.
Oh, dah okey. Kenapa ya tak hujan pula kat
Dia
sini?
kena ada orang menyampuk kot. Okey.
Ya kot kan takut ada orang tidur kan?
Itulah. Okey. Kita boleh proceed.
Okay. Thank you. Bagus Dr. Syafiq Profans. Thank you. That's good. Okay. Sorry lah sebab saya memang ada di underground di bawah. The line is not that good. Okay, so co-SV, so main SV must have a doctoral degree, co-SV must have doctoral degree. Okay, so if not, sama juga, same goes for the last point. Okay. So, but another point is co-supervisor from the industry or practitioner must have at least bachelor degree. So meaning for master's degree supervisor, from industry or practitioner, at least they have at least bachelor degree and at least 5 years. So please take note on the last bullet. Okay. Industry or practitioner must have at least
Dr. Faz macam breaking balik Dr. Faz.
degree. Yes.
Dr. Faz okey ke?
Yeah. But I think I can switch to my hotspot, but I'm not sure. Dia juga. Dia tak dengar ke Syafiq?
Now okey.
Now okay pula ya.
Susah dia.
So how dah depan sangat dah komputer ni, takut nanti kena masuk laptop je ni.
Dia line tu bukannya mikrofon, line tu.
Itulah line tu, tapi sekejap. I try to switch to my hotspot tapi tak detected, maybe dekat because underground kot. Kejap ya. I try to tak dapat.
Mungkin cuba proceed dulu kot. Berarti
Okay.
macam
Okay, saya try. Okay, degree, master's degree. Okay, this is for criteria for doctoral degree supervisor. Okay. So must be appointed also among UiTM academic staff. Okay, the red one. Okay. The second point must have a doctoral degree with at least 2 years teaching experience. Okay. So please take note on PhD students. Your main SV must have at least 2 years teaching experience and research and has supervised master's or doctoral research candidate to completion. So actually this is a new rule by IPSIS. So meaning for PhD student, okay, for PhD student, please check your main supervisor background. At least he or she,
Ya, ni pun ada lagi.
siapakah di sana? Please mute who's that? Rai? Is it Rai? Rai, please mute Rai.
Aina.
Ya ke? Tak nampak, saya nampak tulis Rai kat sini kan?
Gila,
So I'm presenting.
Aku setuju.
Aina ke? But speaking is right. RAI. Who's right?
Mak dia tak cukup juga.
Right. Can you mute your mic?
Dia already know.
Yeah. Can I mute it? Boleh ke saya mute?
Boleh doktor, boleh
Yes,
mute kan.
yes.
Dia
Kita boleh
on.
I must exit the. That's why. Okay, kejap Kejap
can doktor can unmute tu, boleh.
Boleh, that's why. But itulah dah lama tak guna kan? Webex ni.
Dia dah mute dah. Orang dah mute dah.
Dah mute dah?
Dah saya nampak tu.
Okay. So nampak tak saya punya slide balik? Nampak?
Okay, alright.
Okay, sorry network problem pula. Okay. So for PhD student, okay, please take note on your main SV criteria. So at least he or she has supervised masters or doctoral research candidate to completion. So meaning in simple word pernah menggraduatkan pelajar master or PhD. Either as main or co. So meaning for PhD student, I need to have the Senate letter from your main SV proof that they have supervised masters or doctoral research candidate to completion. So they need to provide me with the Senate letter as a proof. Okay. So please take note on this. This is a new rule by IPSIS. Okay. The meaning the existing student they don't have the second rule, the new rules. Okay. So where a supervisor has only a master's degree, okay, the last one, I think we can pass this, okay? So please take note for PhD student. This is a requirement for main SV, okay? So at least 2 years and not all, okay? 2 years experience, so meaning at least he or she dah PhD graduate at least 2 years before they are eligible to be main SV for PhD student and also has supervised masters or doctoral research candidate to completion. Okay. So for co-SV, basically the same as a master's, but at least additional point is at least have 2 years experience also for co-SV. Okay. For doctoral students, PhD students. Okay, so the last bullet also okay. So for co-supervisor from industry or practitioner must have at least a master degree. Okay, please take note. Okay, so master degree and at least 10 years of experience in the field at a level appropriate for the thesis. So meaning if you want to appoint a co-supervisor from the industry, so they need to have at least masters and also at least 10 years experience. Okay, so please check on this before you appoint your co-supervisor. Okay, so this is DRP. So as I mentioned earlier, for full-time 6 months, for part-time 12 months. Okay, so doctoral degree full-time 12 months, so part-time you can add 6 more months, so a maximum of 18 months. So the student will be given either AM1 or AM2, warning 1 or warning 2 if they fail to submit and present their research proposal within the stipulated time frame. So the upcoming defense research proposal is 27 May. Okay, so inshallah this coming week I will release the registration form via Google form. Okay, so this is actually for the existing student, meaning the second semester registered last semester. Okay. Okay, so this is the DRP result. Okay, so you have 5 category of DRP result. So you have category first, if you manage to get 50 to 100 marks, so accepted without amendments. So you don't have to do the correction and you can proceed with your research. So for category 2 is 80 to 89, accepted with minimal amendments. So amendment must be verified by your main supervisor and submitted within 2 weeks from the date of the RP. So the third category is 70 to 79. So accepted also with minimal amendment, but verified by the panels, the RP panels, and submitted within 1 month from the date of the RP. So that is for 7 to 79 marks. So 4 and 5 is actually, 4 is actually major amendment. So 65 to 69 is called major amendment. So has to resubmit the amended proposal and represent it to the DRP panel from the within 2 months from the date of DRP. So need to represent. So meaning it is actually re-DRP. So you need to repeat the whole process again for the next session. Okay. So less than 65 is rejected. Student is required to submit and present a new proposal. So please watch out because 60 is quite, for me personally, 60 mark, 65 over 100 is quite high for rejected, okay, for category 5. So please take note, you must obtain at least 65 to 100. Okay. So 65 is already major amendments, less meaning 64 is already rejected. So rejected meaning you need to prepare a new proposal, okay? Because your proposed research is rejected. Okay, so please watch out for this. So okay, so you need to, I think you need to prepare for your DRP starting from now after you appoint your supervisor. Okay. So students are given 3 chances to defend their research proposal. So students who receive category 4 or 5 in the third DRP, meaning the last chance, will be dismissed. Okay. Okay, this is the process and procedure. So I don't think I will explain further on this because actually for each of the DRP session, I will do another briefing. Okay. Solely on the participant for that DRP session. Okay, so but I just explain it generally. Okay, so for DRP, the requirement is you need to attend IGS research skill seminar organized by IPSIS, and Thai is only for PhD student organized by MASMED. So don't worry, inshallah I will share with you if IPSIS and MASMED already open the registration. Okay, so please check your Telegram and WhatsApp regularly. Okay, please keep in touch. So consultation with supervisor, this is basically on the proposal preparation and the regular meeting. So this is the submit document is if you want to submit the all the related form, okay, and the presentation. So this is the link for you to check the Thai schedule and to register. Okay, so for PhD student, you need to regularly check at MASMED website to register for your Thai Square. It's actually an entrepreneur seminar, entrepreneurship. So this is the DRP proposal assessment. You have 5% marks for title, 20% for problem statement, another 20 for objective and research question, and another 20 for literature review and conceptual work. 20 another 20 is for methodology, and the last one 15% is for the significant. So actually for the DRP, I will share with you the rubric in detail so you can plan, okay, which part that you need to focus more because it contribute more marks. Okay, so that's why you need to plan. Okay, so this is the Viva Voce process. So before Viva, this is actually for the last year student. Okay, intention to submit, examiner, thesis submission, sending thesis, Viva day. So for time being, we are still conducting our Viva Voce online. Okay, so still, okay, since I think since the pandemic started way back 2020, we are conducting Viva Voce online. So during Viva, chairperson, minute taker, Viva results, and post Viva all the correction process and the Senate meeting to approve. So this is the intention to submit. Okay, you need to actually if you the requirement for you to not the requirement the requirement for you to submit this your intention to submit, also called LOI, letter of intention, is actually when your thesis is ready at I would say 95% ready, then you can submit your LOI. Okay, So you need to have your abstract, the table of content, the originality report, and the draft of your final version of the thesis to be submitted all via email, our research official email. Okay, so the notice will be null if the full thesis is not submitted within 3 months. Okay, after your submission of LOI, then you need to resubmit a new one. If you the thesis is not submitted within 3 months. Okay, so this is the appointment of examiner. So for master student, you have one internal, meaning UITM staff, and the other one is external examiner, which is a local examiner. So for PhD also you have one internal and also one external or one international examiner. So this is actually a new rule by IPSIS. So previously for PhD we have 3 examiner, one internal, one external local, and one international examiner. But for the new cohort starting March 2022, you only for PhD student only have 2 examiner. So meaning one internal and one external. You can choose from local or international examiner. Okay, so meaning international examiner is not a must. Okay, so you can choose your supervisor. Your main supervisor can choose either external local or international. So okay, this is the grade care. Okay, this is for the examiner appointment. So basically this is for supervisor. Okay, so this is the criteria. This you can read it because it is actually for your main supervisor, the criteria, because after you submit your LOI, I will email to your main supervisor all the general requirement for them to appoint your examiner. Okay, so this is basically for supervisor, but you can share with your supervisor this slide in case they forgot the requirement. Okay, they can prepare ahead of time. So for internal examiner, so this is actually in the red one is the requirement from our College of Engineering, the additional requirement from the IPSIS requirement. So meaning for internal examiner masters, they need to have at least one H-index corpus, not Google Scholar. So your H-index corpus must be at least one. For external examiner, at least 3 for masters. Okay, so for PhD, H-index of at least 3 for internal, and external is at least of 5 H-index. If you can go for higher H-index, so it will be better. Okay, so this is the minimum requirement. So the examiner must fulfill the requirement from this plus the requirement from College of Engineering with all the H-index. Okay, so this is the appointment of examiner process. You have the supervisor nominate and then bring it to our postgraduate meeting for to support the appointment, and then for the other meeting to approve, and then for IPSIS to report and notify. Okay, so this is the thesis submission. So as I mentioned, so we are still conducting our Viva online. Okay, so this is the definition of Viva Voce. Okay, so oral examination conducted by a panel of examiners appointed by the university. So university, particularly your supervisor. Okay, so during the Viva, the panel of examiner will also discuss the evaluation report submitted by each examiner. So this is actually the detailed explanation on the Viva Voce process. Okay, so you have you have 5 result of the Viva. Also the new one revised by IPSIS. Okay, so first one is accepted without correction, 2 weeks correction. So 2A you have minor correction in 1 month time. B is minor correction in 3 months time. And 3A you have major correction in 9 months time. And 4 is actually revival. So minta jauh lah major correction with revival. Okay, and then the last one yang please don't go for this, the last one is fail. But since I've been in postgraduate 2016, tak pernah lagi ikut. I think none. Okay, no student, 0. Okay, get fail for their Viva Voce. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so at least I think if you register, inshallah, you're able to complete it. Okay, so this is the post Viva, meaning the results. No correction, minor to A to B, and major correction 3. So the student will be dismissed if fail to submit the thesis correction. So also this is also another issue. Student also must follow the timeline for the thesis correction. If not, they also able have a chance to give D10 dismiss. Okay. So post Viva, okay, this is all digital thesis format checking, also done online by IPSIS. Okay, endorsement of result and convocation. Okay, this is from IPSIS, the Senate. Okay, this is the award for research student. For master research, the student must complete their study within the GOT duration, so meaning 2 years for masters and 4 years for PhD. Okay. So all examiner agree that the student has fulfilled category 1 or 2 in the thesis report. Okay, and then the student has published, so meaning this is all the requirement for you to submit thesis. So inshallah, if you manage to submit your thesis in the stipulated time for GOT, then you are able to apply for APC, Excellent Research Award. Okay, so the student has presented the research finding at least one in seminars or conferences recognized by the college within the study duration. So this is the PhD. So I think it's the same. Okay. But for PhD, you have additional of extra 1 seminars or conferences recognized by the faculty. But actually, we have the hard copy form, so easy for student to aim, right? So maybe inshallah, I will share the APC form with you so that you can aim if you want to achieve APC. I think you need to plan for it. So I think you need to fulfill all the requirement. So in order to fulfill it, you need to plan it ahead. Okay. So that is for APC. Okay, where to download the form? Okay, the deferment, the change of campus, change of program. So you can go to this link to download all the research form. Okay, postgraduate research, particularly for research. So supervision, okay, this I already mentioned. So master's one may not necessary to have a co. It is not a must, but it is recommended. But you can go maximum of 2 co-supervisor for masters. For PhD must have. Okay, but for master optional but recommended. So it is actually sunnah muakkad lah kot. So for masters, for PhD must have at least 1 co. It is a must. So you can go up to 3. So meaning including your main, it is actually 4. Okay, supervisor for PhD. For masters, a total of 3 maximum. Okay, so you also need to check your supervisor can only be appointed as the main and co to a maximum of 15 postgraduate students at a time. So you need to check with your supervisor, main and also co. Okay, maximum of 15 supervision only at a time. Okay, including main and co supervisor, including main and co. Okay, so please check back with your supervisor before you appoint them. Okay, this is the IPSIS rule. You can refer it to the academic rules and regulation for research student. Okay, so this is actually for your supervisor. Okay, discuss the research area. I think you can share this slide with your supervisor in case they forgot it. Supervision, okay? The research and agreement. So basically, it is a mutual relationship with you and your supervisor. Okay. So ongoing supervision, you must have ongoing supervision, okay? Because you are research student, okay? You must build up the momentum, okay? So strongly encourage. So this is actually for your supervisor, okay? Sorry. So this is also responsibility for your supervisor. Okay, so supervisor will evaluate your progress report. Okay, So this is the okay, prior to submission to any of the thesis or the proposal for the DRP, you need to check for the plagiarism checking. So now UiTM are using original instead of previously is Turnitin. Okay, so before you submit your proposal or notice of intention or submission of final, you need to check the plagiarism using original. Okay, software name original. Okay, so I think all supervisor have the account. Okay, all UiTM staff. Okay, this is the after submission. Okay, this is your academic calendar. So please focus on the research part. Okay. Okay, due date. Yeah, this is the one. Due date of progress report, 30 August. Thesis submission. So due for those who are planning to submit thesis. So this is actually for returning student. Okay. This is for. So this is okay. Please take note on number 8. So this is your IGS. So before you defend your proposal, you need to attend this IGS. You can choose only one from all the series, okay? Only one. So you can go for 11 to 14 April or 13 to 16 June or 1 to 4 August. So this is the requirement for defense research proposal. Okay, this is the staggered payment I mentioned in the earlier slide. Okay, the fee, the online application, and also this is the time frame for changing mode program campus, okay, or the application deadline. Okay, so we have our College Pengajian Kejuruteraan Facebook. Okay, stay connected with us. So please go to this website. So CE is for College of Engineering, PG is for Postgraduate. .uitm.edu.my. So we have our Facebook, CEPG, our Instagram, and our YouTube, and also Twitter. So all this will be handled by Dr. Habibah, our promotion program leader. Okay. So please go to our YouTube. Okay. So after this briefing, okay, things to do. So first, you need to appoint your main and co-supervisor via email and UP-Track. So first, fill up the manual form or hard copy form and then email to our research email. Then wait for my email for my my email of the endorsement. Then after that, you appoint via UP-Track system. So the appointment form you can download it from this link. Okay, this is my drive. Okay, you can download it for meaning for main and co. So for a co-supervisor from outside UiTM, please provide their resume or CV. Okay. So then via UP-Track system, okay, I will share with you the manual. I think in the drive I already attached the UP-Track manual for you to refer to. Okay, so it's quite straightforward. Don't worry, inshallah you're able to appoint via UP-Track. So it's quite straightforward nomination in UP-Track. Okay, only that for external supervisor outside UiTM, you need to key in the information first, then only you can appoint them in the UP-Track. As for UiTM staff, meaning their record should be there in UP-Track. Okay, but for external, not UiTM staff, so you need to key in all the info before you can nominate them in UP-Track. So that is the critical thing for the nomination of supervisor via UP-Track. The rest is quite straightforward, very simple. Okay. So register IGS. So this is the link. I think I already shared in Telegram. Okay, the latest IGS research seminar that you can attend. So still online seminar due to pandemic. So the third one for PhD student, please register your Thai-Squad via MassMed because in order for you to defend your proposal, so you need to have your IGS and also your Thai-Squad certificate. As for master, you only need to have the IGS certificate only. So please join our postgraduate research group Telegram because we have currently total of I think 700 plus research students. So the best platform is actually Telegram. Okay, so please join our Telegram so you can actively share the related, okay, the undercode the related only in the Telegram. Okay, so this is the official email, official Telegram group. This is my office phone number. Okay, and this is my mobile phone number. Okay, you can contact me via all these platform. Inshallah, I try to respond as soon as I can. Okay. Okay, I think that's all from my presentation. So let me stop sharing. Okay. Wow, okay, 44 minutes. Okay, now I open for question and answer session. Do you have any question? Please ask. Or you have question in chat box. Let me. Oh, tak ada putus-putus. Sorry sorry for the network problem. Sorry. Okay, so you have question?
Excuse